Fast Track video series update here high above the 3/8 mile. Lavonia Speedway and Entertainment Complex's racing action has concluded for preliminary Saturday for late model Mania. And 3 years after being dormant, the racetrack now back to song. And of course, racing in the books. We're going to recap all the qualifying. We're going to recap all the heat races, getting you set for race day Sunday and the final day of late model Mania. I'm joined alongside Lavonia Speedway's fan experience Miss Christy Wall, and just talk about the atmosphere and what your job is here at Lavonia this year.
I'm going to basically be the voice of the fans, and you know, if they have questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, anything, if I can help out in any way, because I have the access to the people who can make changes, and they don't. And I feel like that people really have gotten away from the customer service in today's society. And the thing is that if it wasn't for these people, we wouldn't be here.
You're exactly right.
And they are going to be the ones that continue to let us be here. And so we need to really listen to them. They need a voice, and I want to do that. And I went to Stan and I pitched the idea, and he went for it, and I'm very thankful, and I hope that I can just do as well as you know, for everybody. So I'm very excited. And
of course, you saw, you know, what we'll have highlights and videos of is the daytime racing. And daytime racing, Christy, is a completely different animal in itself. The daytime, you have the dust, you have the track coming apart a lot easier. But you know, Stan Lester and company did everything they wanted to do. And if you can zoom in out of turn number 3 and 4, you can see that the blacktop, which you want to call the gumbo, as the golf cart crosses the track, it started to have that type of asphalt substance. The track really got sealed in, and it made that smooth surface in the middle of the racetrack, Christy.
I really enjoy this kind of, when it gets like this, it's less dust in the end, and you will go home and you're not as dirty, where you feel the most of the dust will kick up otherwise. And I guess some people aren't used to this, where it does black over, but I really enjoy it, and I think that people, after they experience it, that they'll like the way that it is, especially when you sit in the stands, because you tend to get more more dirt and dust coming your way, and so it'll be less for the fans, and I think they'll enjoy that.
So as a native of Georgia, again, we're talking to Athens, Georgia native Christy Wall, Miss Fan Experience here at Lavonia Speedway. Again, she will be here throughout the 2013 season. Remember, the regular season gets started after late model Mania on Friday night, April the 5th. Go to Lavonia Speedway 2013 on Facebook.com. But you know, how exciting was it to know that all the upkeeping, the building, the preparation, the hype, and now it's finally here, and what's paid off here, and we're not even done yet. We got tomorrow.
I'm so excited. This is the track that I fell in love with, dirt track racing, and when I found out that they were going to reopen it, I called Max the day that I read the article, and I said I want to be a part.
Now I got a question, because I understand the first time you went to a dirt track, you said you hated it.
Oh no, I didn't.
You hated it, no, and now you love it.
No, it wasn't that. It was.
Come on now.
I was like, oh my gosh, who would enjoy watching a bunch of people going around in a circle? But when you have a face and there's a name, well, okay, but when there's a face and a name, and you know that person. I'm telling you, the first time I ever went, I was hooked, addicted, and I went every Friday and Saturday night. That was how it was, and I love it, and it gets in your blood, and it stays in there. And these are like the die-hard fans, and they are true blue, and I just love the atmosphere here. It's wonderful. I mean, people are so nice to me here, and I hope that I can return that. Because that's really my goal.
And of course, Fast Track Racing Series was in action earlier this afternoon. A 17.149 second lap was turned down by the driver of the #1 car of Elberton, Georgia. They call him the Hammer, Brent Dixon. He was the fastest overall qualifier in VP Race for the Poles qualifying, presented by also Colin Signs. Big thanks to Kenny Collins. He put up $50 for both the Southeastern Limiteds, which he won himself, and of course Brent Dixon got it for the Fast Track portion. But and then we go on to the heat races, and the heat races, give or take, what could you say about the heat races? I mean, you didn't see a lot of cars get tore up, and you know, it looked like a lot of guys were kind of settling back, didn't really want to mess up their equipment, ready to go to tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, and I know that sometimes the modified streets and the four cylinders, they wish that they got to, you know, qualify like the other people in the higher classes, but you know, I think that it was good, and I just think that everybody here is just so excited for it to be back, that I mean, you can't go wrong right now. the atmosphere and the air. I mean, you couldn't come here and be in a bad mood.
Recapping the heat races, I'm trying to get all my paperwork in order. I got so much paperwork here. Heat racing was on the racetrack, and of course it was the driver in heat race number 1, bottom line. Brent Dixon was out in front. He looked pretty strong. He put on a good job. He sits on actually, he had some issues at the beginning of the race, and he started to fall back, so he kind of had to rally. But when it was said and done, we will have all the updates for you. I'm actually going to work on the PR, but I don't have that paperwork right here in front of me for what happened. There's been so much action going on here this afternoon. Oh, here it is. Wow. Another paper, just one bottom over. Parker Herring, in the 27 out of Hartwell, Georgia. That's what I was trying to say. Him and Brent Dixon were on the front row. They battled door to door. And when it was said and done, Dixon kind of had a little contact, fell to the back. And when that happened, Parker Herring sailed away. He said he likes this track. He knows it pretty well.
He's a great person. He's very personable, and I've spoken to him on many occasions, and very, very nice and really good driver. And yeah. Sorry. And
then we move into heat race number 2, and the man out of Chester, South Carolina. One time he won a race for FASTRAK at MANIA Speedway. And, of course, Chris Cantrell and the 114 from the pole. Him and Tim Bird, they battled for position. Lee Cooper got in there and started the battle. Rolls-Royce Bray was in that battle. Some good contenders in heat 2.
But at the end, I did see Chris did kind of go off and leave him a little bit, but
he did,
and I was actually standing over here in front and behind some Chris Cantrell fans, and they're just couldn't ask for more. It's just great to see people get that excited.
Hooping, hollering, exciting. Yes. Everybody was going crazy in Cantrell Nation. And, of course, Rambo Nation will be here tomorrow as he comes in from Gaffney, South Carolina for the Ultimate. We'll talk about that before we wrap it up. The bad boy, David McCoy, out of Franklin, North Carolina. He's doing double duties in a FASTRAK racing machine and a Southeastern Limited late model. Looks strong in both races. And, of course, David McCoy will start 3rd in the race tomorrow. And talk about the great run he put on. But how about Ron Parker and Jensen Ford? They were up there battling for position.
Well, they were, and at first I thought David had it, but I know that he's not feeling well right now. He's actually been a little bit under the weather, so it does take a lot, and I know that he, doing racing 2 classes can be a lot, but the other 2 guys, they looked really good too and really strong.
And of course the final heat race number 4, and it was the Black Knight against the White Knight. The Black Knight, car number 21, driving the old Rolls-Royce Bray entry, Nathan Bray, his son, out of Hull, Georgia, and of course North Augusta, South Carolina, is the White Knight, Clay Knight, door to door, front row. They rallied door to door with each other all throughout the race, and up in the final 2 laps, it was Clay Knight. He set sail and said, "I'm out of here."
I just get so excited because I love watching a race when it's like that, and it's not just a one-man show, and that's really what gets the fans excited, and they get them off their feet and hollering, and I love it. I think you can't ask for anything better than that.
And of course, we ran 4 heat races. The top 4 cars transfer into the A main to late model Mania tomorrow for $3,000 to win. Everybody else is in one of the 2 B mains. The top 4 transfer from there to set the 24 car field. B main 1 will be on the pole. Hot Rod Lamance, former Grand Nationals champion, the inaugural Grand Nationals champion of FASTRAK in the 85. Colton Flinner from Pennsylvania. Long haul award should go to this man if we had one, all the way from the Liberty State being here.
Yes, I actually met him. He's about 19 years old, and I was out today talking to him, and they're really excited, and they told me they were from Pittsburgh.
Yep, he's just outside of Pittsburgh in Allison Park, Pennsylvania, and he's the 2-time defending track champion at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, so he knows how to get it done.
That's awesome, and I was thinking the same thing about who had traveled the furthest to get here, and I actually met one of his crew members last night, and I was like, really, Pittsburgh? I was like, how did you find Georgia? But they're happy to be here, and he seems like a really good kid. I hope he does well.
Blake Kraft had some problems. He'll be on the inside of row number 2 and 3rd spot for B-Main 1 in the 01 of Lavonia. They call him Little Johnny. And then, of course, Mr. Big, Drew Benfield out at Tacoma in the 371 will start 4th. Danny Sanders with an issue. He got tore up in hot laps, thought he had it fixed, got it tore up in the B-Main in his heat race. He'll now have to go into a B-Main. Vince Finello in the 131. He'll be out there on the track in B-Main 1 tomorrow. Teddy Tate, Lance Finn makes up the lineup in Heat 1. B-Main 1. Who do you think we need to watch here? Who's your 4 picks to go to the A-Main tomorrow?
No, don't ask me that.
That'll put you on the spot now.
No, because I have too many friends in there, and I can't say.
Okay.
I just hope that they all do well, and I hope they all have a clean and good race.
Absolutely. And of course, the top 4 go on to the A-Main tomorrow. Everybody else have to pack it up and head on home. And we are efforting we're expecting more cars to come in, and the guys are saying they're going to come into the B mains tomorrow. Fast Track Video Series update now outside the deck area where DirtOnDirt.com will be here tomorrow shooting video. Also, we got Greg Kuchar, the G-Man, is in the house shooting video, and we're back here again with Miss Christy Wall. She's Miss Fan Experience for Lavonia Speedway Entertainment Complex, and we want to recap the B-Mains. B-Main number 2 tomorrow. Colby Cannon, he's a pretty good contender. He's ran super late models. He's run Fast Track. He started with Fast Track. He'll be on the pole for B-Main 2 tomorrow. Chris Chandler, an up-and-coming driver. Victor Chandler's brother. I talked to them in the pits earlier this afternoon. He's now going to step aside. You know, the little big man, they call him Victor. He's going to step aside out of the 88 car. They're going to really put all efforts into the 8 of Chris Chandler to be behind the wheel of that TNT this year. He'll be on the front row outside in second. Another Georgia native that knows how to get it done, champion at Gordon Park Speedway last year, Wendell Chavis, the Blue Typhoon out of Hepzibah, Georgia. He'll start third. Bryce Allewine, let's talk about him. He had some struggles today, definitely. Oh, well, actually, look, and I don't want to correct you, but it's Allewine. Allewine. When you're Allewine. Can I say Allewine? It's Allewine. Okay. That is how you say it in Georgia. Okay. So I don't mean to correct you, but I just, you know, that's how they say it. So I want to, you know, give them their, you know. Bryce Allewine. Allewine. I'm gonna let her just say it. I'm sorry. 4th place for Bryce Allewine. As in 5th, it's going to be Grant Jordan in the 05. Brian Connor, man, what a tough day he had. He coming off the win at Gordon Park on Friday night last week before the Gordon Park 100 got rained out. He won the $1,000 to win event last Friday. He was the fastest car in practice last night. Looked strong in hot laps. Qualifying was pretty stout and strong, and then hits the wall in the start of the heat race 3. I know, and you know, and it's every day. It's just like a roll of the dice, and you could be on a roll and have the best thing going for you, and then you never know. And I hate it because, I mean, people put their heart and their soul in this, and then to watch that, it really, to me, it's like heartbreaking because it's so, I mean, this means so much to people. I hate that. I hate that happens. And of course, Jimmy Ivester will be the final starter, the Iron Man out of Toccoa, Georgia, the Bojangles number 8-1 entry. And that's the field set. Of course, tomorrow, big day, final day of Late Model Mania. The ultimate super late models come in. 800 plus horsepower. You want to talk about adding 24 warlords on the racetrack at the same time? Almost 20,000 horsepower. We're all going to be experiencing for the first time in over 3 years super late models here at Max King and Stan Lester's Lavonia Speedway Entertainment Complex. I love when they go around. I mean, like the whole entire earth just shakes. I love that. I think it's amazing how much that you don't think about cars and how much that they can create. It's just awesome. I love the way it is. Ultimate super late models, they'll battle it out. Their full alphabet super will be tomorrow. They'll hot lap, they'll qualify in VP race for the pole qualifying. They'll heat race, they'll consi if necessary. 50 laps, 5,000 to win. The ultimate super late models will be in action celebrating their decade of speed tour, which you're watching this Fast Track Video Series update. 3,000 to win, 40 laps, and of course they have the 2 consies to get out of the way tomorrow as well. And then the Southeast Limited Late Models, they'll run their consi races and they'll go 30 laps for 2,000 to win, plus modified street, stock 4, pure stock V8. It's Late Model Mania. Final thoughts as we close out day number 2, Christy Wall. I just can't stop smiling because I'm so excited to be here after 3 years of it. She's just been silent, and now she's back to life, and I love it. She's definitely wore back to life, and Miss Christy Wall does a great job. Miss Fast Track Ambassador. Also, Chelsea Smith will be here tomorrow. She'll be down there doing the Trophy Queen ceremonies and whatnot. But Christy Wall, she is Miss Fan Experience for Lavonia Speedway. And from Lavonia Speedway and Motorsports Entertainment Complex, there's going to be a lot of great things going on this year. Yes. We're going to wrap it up here on this Saturday. Remember, set your clocks ahead 1 hour if you live in the Peach State. If you don't live in the Peach State, make your trip down here. Exactly. It's a short drive off the interstate. Come to I-85 exit 173. Hang out with us for a great Sunday afternoon of racing and the final day of Late Model Mania. For Christy Wall, I'm Wesley Outland, the voice of Fast Track. This has been a Fast Track Video Series update. Join us tomorrow for the finale of Late Model Mania.